what up, boxing fans? This is the Rope-A-Dope Radio Podcast. I am your host, Chris Carlson. We are back post-fight. Tony Bellew versus David Haye. Bellew pulls off the upset, knocks David Haye out of the ring. 11th round. What an upset. And I'll be the first to admit, okay? I'll be the first to admit that I thought David Haye would get the job done. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't say it. Mid to late stoppages. There'd be only one stoppage, but that's what I picked. I'll own up to it. I'll fully admit it. Now, I'll also fully admit that I'm happy as hell. Because David Haye is a part-time fighter for quite some time. There were people out there. I mentioned it briefly, but I can't. We talked about it on the podcast on Wednesday, how, David Haye has been out for so long. It had been a long, 5 years since a real fight. All those injuries. Maybe he'd just be a no-show. He really kind of thought, I believe that those injuries, the Achilles or whatever that he supposedly got checked last minute or whatever. And I'm not even saying it was just the injuries. That's why he lost the fight. Just breaking down some of the action real quick. Bellew was smart, right? He was very controlled, very patient. And it was a slow pace to the fight, no doubt about it. But you saw David Haye in there just sloppy, just winging punches, missing badly, wild, sloppy punches. He just really thought, hey, I'm just going to go in there and knock this dude out. This is going to be easy. He was like he was already looking forward to the next fight. He was already like counting his winnings. I don't know. But even his stance, even the way he stood looked weird, man. And, I don't know if it was the ankle or Achilles. It did look like he had a shoulder thing. I know he's had shoulder injuries in the past. I mean, the guy is, he's always hurt, right? He's pulled out, twice on Tyson Fury. Pause. That kind of sounded a little funky, the way I said that. He also pulled out of the fight a couple different times, right? Postponements and all that. The body wears down after a while. And that's what's going on here. All credit to Tony Bellew. What a freaking story. The last, year of this guy's career, man. Good for you. Good for you, Tony Bellew. All those UK fans over there, a lot of them were going for Tony Bellew because people just can't stand David Haye. Well, he knocked him. He b-hopped him. Well, basically. I can't say b-hop. He didn't b-hop him. Of course, Haye's not 51 or 52 years old either. He hit him with a kind of a choppy punch. I believe it was like a left hook, kind of a pushing hook that knocked Haye through the ropes. And to Haye's credit, he did actually get up, but the corner threw it in. The towel was thrown in, and credit, I'll say this. I'm ripping David Haye, but credit to Haye because he did fight as hard as he could with the injuries. But it didn't, I don't know if, I'm not sure what round, it was at the 6th or the 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. My stream was all messed up too. I'm going to have to watch this fight again. It was kind of in and out. But injuries or not, say whatever the hell you want about David Haye's injuries. I mean, the guy's injury prone. How many different fighters have we seen get hurt in the ring over and over and over again? I mean, it's just part of it. I don't really want to hear people saying, oh, the only reason why David Haye lost the fight is because he got injured. Hey, I give him credit for fighting hard through that. Okay, totally give him credit. He after the fight, actually, I don't know. Maybe he did, but you know how after the Klitschko fight, he had his shoe off already? And he was showing people his foot. I don't think he was showing people injuries and stuff like that. I don't think that was the case. But anyway, Like I said, it's like he didn't take the fight serious. I mean, just the way, like I said, just the way he was standing, like in his stance, throwing just bombs, trying to throw bombs, I should say. And then Bellew was hitting him with a lot of good stuff. Or, over the course of the fight, like I said, it wasn't an action-packed fight or anything like that. But I thought Tony Bellew, instead of going all haywire, instead of letting emotion take over, he just, stick to the course and got the freaking job done. And this right now is the upset of the year, hands down. For me, it's not close. If maybe you disagree, maybe you had Bellew winning this fight before it. Hey, props to you if you did. But still, it's the upset of the year just based off the odds. But either way, this is what I love about boxing, dude. Tony Bellew looks like a freaking soccer dad. And to the UK, I'm sorry, guys. We call it soccer. Football. Basically, we call them soccer moms. They drive around their kids to soccer practices and games, and they have minivans. And you know what? He just looks like an old dad. He's out of shape. I mean, obviously he's in shape, but he looks out of shape. He's just an average guy. That's what he looks like, and you got to love it. Just an average dude, Tony Bellew, just kicked the shit out of David Haye out of the ring. He went out of the ring, man. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Like I said, I got to watch this thing again here at some point in the next couple days because my stream was all mixed up, man. It kind of sucked, but I did get to see enough of the fight to know what happened, and what a phenomenal upset, man. I just got a smile on my face. I'm sitting here with a smile on my face for Tony Bellew. Cheers tonight. I'm gonna drink an extra one for their Tony Bellew, huh? Cheers to Bellew. And what's next? I couldn't wait to see what he could do at cruiserweight for the next year or two. I really couldn't. I was so happy he got a belt, and it was like, all right, dude. And I was kind of bummed. I was like, oh man, I hope nothing happens in this fight or the weight doesn't get weird by, keeping on that heavyweight and then going back to cruiserweight. But now, I mean, is he going to stay? Is Bellew going to stay at heavyweight, or is he going to go back down? I mean, we all know where the money is. We know he can talk a good game, and guess what? It's not just talk. Bellew somehow, some way, did it. And like I said, David Haye was not ready to fight, man. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the fights tonight. Thurman Garcia, big fight. Can't wait for that fight. Make sure you check out the Rope-A-Dope Radio podcast on iTunes. You can rate and review there. Also on Player FM, Stitcher. The home base is blogtalkradio.com/Rope-A-Dope Radio. That's where it's live Wednesdays. And then it also archives as well. Anyway, enjoy the fights. And big shouts out to Tony Bellew. Big shouts out to the UK. Peace.